He always says, Donald Trump is a threat. He's a threat to democracy. That's right. That's right. MAGA. We've got to stop MAGA. What does MAGA mean, Joe? Make America great again. We got to stop Make America Great. Think of it. We've got to stop Make America Great again. But I don't do too much imitation of him because every time I do it, every single time, they have it on television, like fake NBC, fake CBS, fake ABC. Not to mention CNN, MSDNC, and Fox. But every time I do it, if I imitate him, they show me Donald Trump spoke poorly last night. He could hardly say a word. So it's very dangerous. You know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I hardly do it anymore. Maybe I'll do it for New Hampshire. I'm desperate to get you a vote. I'm desperate to get you a vote. Maybe I'll do it. But I don't do it because what they do is, if I'm sarcastic or a lot of times I'll say, and President Obama is doing a lousy job, meaning that Obama's running the show. They'll say, Donald Trump doesn't know who our president is. No. Because cognitively, you know, I don't know if you saw, but a few months ago, I took a cognitive test. My doctor gave me. I said, give me a cognitive test just so we can, you know, because you know what the standards were. And I aced it. I also took one when I was in the White House. No, I'll let you know when I go bad. I really think I'll be able to tell you, because someday we go bad. But, you know, I've had, and they always say, like Haley, she talks about, yeah, we don't need 80-year-old. Well, I don't mind being 80, but I'm 77. That's a big difference. Big difference. But I have one friend who became a very rich man, became a billionaire. His whole life, he didn't do well. He was in a certain business, didn't do well. He turned 80. He made $1 billion between the age of 80 and 90. He made all his money from 80 to 90. They always like to mention age. It's not age. Different people, different strokes, right? But what it is, think of that. Made all of his money. I know people that are 90. I know one person, 94 years old, a phenomenal. His mind is as sharp as it's ever been. I feel my mind is stronger now than it was 25 years ago. Is that possible? I really do. Now, Biden can't say that. Look, you know he can't say that. You know he can't say that. You know there's something going on. But when I imitated, so a few weeks ago, I imitated, because as you know, he can never find the stairs. You know how many stairs? 1, 2. We have 2 on the side. 3, 4. There's one back here, and then there's an emergency. So you got like 6 or 7. This is not a big platform. So I imitated it, and everybody had a great time. You know the way he finishes the speech? The speeches usually last about 2 minutes, yeah? He's right. Thank you. 2 or 3 minutes. They're not long. This is not Winston Churchill. He used to speak for never have so few done so much for so many. You know what that was about the Spitfire? He was a slightly good speaker. But this isn't Winston Churchill. But they last very, very short periods of time because the energy runs low. You know, it's got a... something going on there. The key with him is to get him going for a long period of time. Let's see how it looks. But when he leaves, do you ever notice he always points? He goes, thank you. He always goes, like the Heisman Trophy. And then, but he leaves, and so they had a wall. We'll pretend that's a wall back there, but they had a wall. I don't think there's a stair in the back, so he would find that area instead of. But you know what? So there's a wall. And I imitated him going to the wall. And everybody cracked up. We were all having a good time. And the fake news said Donald Trump was embarrassed tonight. He couldn't find his way off the stage. Can you believe? No. They are the most dishonest people. You know the thing where we talked about a dictator. Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. So Sean Hannity, who's a fantastic guy, by the way. Sean Hannity, I did a town hall with him 2 weeks ago. And he said, all right, let's put this to rest. He thought he was doing me a favor. And I wanted to be cute. I always got to be cute. He said, you don't want to be a dictator or anything, do you? I said, Sean, I only want to be a dictator for one day. And I'm going to be a dictator, Sean, for one day. And I'm going to close up the border, and I'm going to drill, baby, drill, and after that, I'm not going to become a dictator. Right? So here's what the fake news does. It's so horrible. So I said, I want to be a dictator for one day, and then if you go on just for like 10 seconds, it says the two things, right? We're going to have a great border. We're going to drill, baby, drill, those two things. We're going to have energy. We're going to make so much money. We're not going to have to worry about your Social Security. So I said those two things. I said, I'm going to be a dictator, and they cut it. So all over television said, Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. Listen to it. I'm going to be a dictator, cut. Now that's really, and it said for one day, and I did also finish and said, and then after that, I'm not going to be a dictator ever again. So we were having fun, and they've got me saying I want to be a dictator. These are sick people, I'm telling you. We have to straighten out our free press. But Joe Biden is a threat to democracy for a number of reasons. Take a look at what he's doing with weaponization. What he's doing with the weaponization that we just discussed is terrible. But he's a threat for another reason, very big. He's grossly incompetent. That's the biggest threat that we have to democracy. We're going to end up in World War III with this guy running things.